little bit more about other things that I may have that are being prepared, and a little bit of announcements. Chase of Paradise, Book 1, Summer. Emerging from his past, October is looking for love to be his key to paradise. Could he be able to learn to love again? October goes to school where he encounters a girl who is beautiful, brilliant, and intimidating. The unworldly innocent October is startled to realize he wants this girl, and despite her enigmatic verse, finds he is desperate to get closer to her. Shackled by his past, October struggles to learn to love again. Unable to resist Carly Hall's quiet beauty, wit, and independent spirit, October admits he wants her too, on his own terms. October meets 4 other women that becomes his keys and wins his heart while he matures in his world. Can love survive for October and his lovers, or will his past dwell over his future? Start reading this masterpiece and get blown away with suspense, thrill, and most importantly, love. This is book 1, where everything was the start of it. And book 1 originally was written when I was in my freshman year of high school. And that first draft that I had was back in 2012. That was so long ago that I even forgot what was in my previous drafts. But remember some of them as they came upon rewriting. Chase of Paradise, Book 2, Summer. Meet Becky, Rosalie, and Roseanne. All different women, but they have one thing in common. October James. As they meet October, they fall in love, but they know that October is holding a lot from his past as he learns to love them. And love survive for them, or will October leave and never learn to heal? Find out in the second book of the Chase of Paradise trilogy. This came up as an idea after the fact that I was writing the first one, and I really wanted to see the point of views of each of the characters outside of October, in which October is based on me. In some ways. Chase of Paradise, Book 3. Emerging from his past, October is looking for love to be key to his paradise. Will he be able to learn to love again? October has told the story before him chasing paradise, and now he's back to tell his story once again as the final version to this trilogy. Go through your favorite scenes again and read more details with the special version. The special version originally was supposed to be out for Valentine's Day, but I decided to release it early and make it an October special version due to his name. The book trilogy Summer. Meet October James. He is a young man on the autism spectrum who is looking for love in his world that he calls paradise. He meets Becky, the leader of Autism, Roseanne, a shy baker who is a fan of him, and Rosalie, his celebrity crush from his favorite show. He falls in love with them, and they embark on a journey called love. As October matures with his lovers, his past comes to haunt him and his future. And love survive for October and his lover, or will October's past take over his future? Find out in the Chase of Paradise trilogy. When I wrote this, I knew that I wanted it to be a saga at first, but then saga would have been too much for me to write because I had to write first book and then 3 point of views of October's lovers and then the final story. I don't know, maybe it might come to where I might do that in the future. But I'm sticking with 3 books. Backstory on the story. I was a freshman in high school at Messina High School when I met a girl with Down syndrome. It was a war zone at my school to be in love with her. I love to do obsession with her. And it has to where the story came to place after we've been separated as the feud was happening within the school. Started at Messina High School, but then it changed to August Martin after my changes and drafts were being changed in the story. After changes and reading books from different authors, Chase of Paradise was born. About me. My name is Jamal. I was born with autism and I support people that have disabilities. Chase of Paradise is my first original story that I wrote. I'm a poet and an author of smaller projects. My first published work is my poem, It's Simple, which is included in my story. I started to write with things that I watched and have been through during my 8th grade year. Writing is my passion and my hobby. I love my family and my friends. A few facts about Chase of Paradise. Now these facts, I had to make sure that they were really clear within doing this due to the fact of Chase of Paradise being related to me in some way. October's character revolves around my personality. The locations are real. The cookie shop, the Messina Publishing Company, Newland Avenue, the foster homes, and the studio used where Desperate Queens is not. Each lovers of October was based on the lovers that I had done with. The book was written for a screenplay that I would like to work on with a movie company that would like to work on it with me. Desperate Queens is a show name that I came up with to replace the name Glee from the original version, but some parts of Glee is similar to Desperate Queens. So some of the parts of Desperate Queens that I have made similar to Glee, but I really did not want to drop the name Glee, even though that it's supposed to be the future. The poem is simple. The poem was written for a poetry contest in my freshman year of high school. The poem was picked by the people who ranked the company and wanted to have the poem in their book for winter 2012 winners. You are my heart, you are my soul. I give you love, you give me soft kisses and big hugs. I share my heart, you share your soul. All this equals to the truth, I like you. This was intentionally a Valentine's Day poem that I wrote in my freshman year. Key notes of Chase of Paradise. Love comes in all shapes and sizes. Disabilities are the same. Everybody likes to be treated the same way, even if they have a disability. Don't be afraid to show your emotion. Life has opportunities. Take them. As much as I did with this book trilogy, I took as much opportunities as I could take. The Chase of Paradise trilogy. As mentioned, Chase of Paradise Book 1 is out now on Amazon for the Kindle or for paperback. Sincerely Yours, which is book 2. Same thing, paperback or Kindle. And Chase of Paradise, the full story, book 3 is out now, paperback and Kindle. And as you see on the bottom is the covers of the books. From left to right is the order of the books. Upcoming projects. The Chase of Paradise trilogy is being made into an audiobook to be sold on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. I am working on my autobiography called Disabilities and Secrets, the story of Jamal Bias. I am also working on a story about when a fan dates a celebrity, gets a taste of stardom as a celebrity. And I am so looking for people to help my book, Chase of Paradise, become a film to where I will be the writer and director of the films. Now, I know that it was mentioned that I am writing the upcoming book saga for the Fan Dates a Celebrity, and I'm here to announce it that this is what I'm calling it. Who Wants to Date a Celebrity book saga. The Who Wants to Date a Celebrity book saga is an original story written from my point of view of having a celebrity crush. The celebrity, however, has been named due to a lot of reasons to keep it fictional. The whole story is fictional, and it is a mature audience's romance. The pictures of the covers of each book are on the bottom of the slide. The books will be published one at a time to tell the story. So, book 1 is done. Book 2 is done. It's out on Amazon for paperback and Kindle. And I'm currently working on book 3 and 4. And this is book 1 of the saga, Who Wants to Date a Celebrity. Jamal Bias is a young man on the autism spectrum. He's shy with people, including women. He doesn't know what his life has in store for him until he meets his favorite celebrity. After a mysterious night with her, it was her mission to find her mysterious man for the Who Wants to Date a Celebrity contest. The only thing is that Jamal is the mysterious man from the world. Can Jamal find it in his heart to reveal who he really is and stand up for his autism? Find out in the Who Wants to Date a Celebrity. Book 2, Who Wants to Marry a Celebrity? Jamal Bias has made it far with his relationship with his celebrity crush. And now, here's the question. Where's the wedding? Also, what happens to Jamal after the wedding? Jamal gets ready for his wedding, but he's starting to get a little bit of cold feet. He doesn't know if the right thing is to marry a celebrity, even though he had a journey there. To make things right, Jamal flies to Canada to where his father lives and tries to reconnect with him for advice. At the same time, Jamal meets an old lover from his past who isn't over him. What will happen to our celebrity status character as you read the second book, Who Wants to Marry a Celebrity? And the third book, which is currently being made, Who Wants to Have a Happily Ever After with a Celebrity? Jamal made it back for his wedding to marry his celebrity crush. He wants to make everything work, even despite of what his past lover has told him while he was in Canada. He marries and goes on his honeymoon. One thing leads to another, and then there's an unexpected surprise in the mix. Can Jamal step up and make his life the happily ever after he was looking for? Find out in the next book of the Who Wants to Date a Celebrity saga. And fourth and last book, Who Wants to Get to Know a Celebrity. This is now the story before Jamal meets his celebrity crush. He is a shy person on the autism spectrum and who is trying to make his life easier, even with his girlfriend that he has. He also has friends, but they are trying to get him out of his shell. One day, Jamal watches a TV show and sees a special person on the show. He instantly falls in love with her and tries to get in contact with her. Can Jamal find peace in his life, or will he just be shy forever? Find out in the prequel for Who Wants to Date a Celebrity saga. And the saga summary of Who Wants to Date a Celebrity. Meet Jamal Bites, a young man who's on the autism spectrum, who is a shy guy from the work. Everything was going his way when he meets his favorite celebrity. Everything after they meet was a journey that Jamal was looking forward to in his life. From masked beginnings to a happily ever after. And Jamal did his happily ever after with his friend. Who knows? I mean, I'm still working on the story. It's an interesting story. And this is a link to my GoFundMe page for my Chase of Paradise movie fundraiser. It's on GoFundMe.com, and I am raising money to have the movie be made, the first part of it. So this is my GoFundMe. As you can see, it's Chase of Paradise, a romantic trilogy. And here's the description, and I'm the organizer of the film. And my goal for this film is $10,000 to make the first film possible. I know it may seem impossible, but little by little, I know that we can make it work. It's a really interesting story to tell, and I think that a lot of people would probably come out to see the film. So it's just $10,000 for the first film. We'll do one film at a time. You know, it's work. Chase of Paradise Book 1 audiobook links in stores. As you saw that I have my first book, Chase of Paradise, was being made into an audiobook. Well, now you can get your audiobook copy from Amazon, Audible, or iTunes. So this was done recently, that everything was published to the company that worked with Amazon to get the audiobook out. And now we have an audiobook, and it's on sale on iTunes for $21.99, Audible $24.99, and Amazon, I think if I remember, that's the same price as well. But people who has, I think it's Prime or a membership for Audible, they get a discount on it. So, we have reached the final part of the slideshow. Is there any questions that anybody might have? Yes.
So I have a question and I also have a remark. October, because I can't remember your birthday. Is your birthday in October?
Correct.
I figured, okay, because I couldn't remember your birthday. And just wanted to let you know, I remember when you started writing your first book because your mom and I worked together. And I was your fan back then, she could tell you. And I am so very proud of you. And I wish you all the best. I'm going to support you. And I'm so very happy. So very happy. I am so impressed with you. And I just wish you all the best.
Thank you. Well, if it wasn't for my fans, my family, my friends, and also a couple of celebrities that I've talked to, this wouldn't happen. And trust me, some of the celebrities are also my friends. We may talk for a little bit here and there. They may support me by giving me a shout out, but if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have Chase of Paradise. Is there another question?
I don't have a question, but I'm proud of you because there's a lot of disabled people out in the world, and to see you do this is really awesome. Okay, I have to bring light to this to other people that I know that have disabilities, so I will be sharing this, and I'll have them donate it to them.
Thank you. Because within this movie that I'm trying to shoot for the Chase of Paradise book, it's supposed to be a really, really special film trilogy, but every single dollar that is donated is going towards production and distributing the film and everything else. Yes.
So you working on the screenplay first or the movie? Which one? Or both at the same time? What are your plans?
Right now, I am currently working on the screenplays
Okay.
because they're great. Because I know that the first book / the last book is broken down into 3 parts. So I am trying to write 3 screenplays. So the first one is kind of there. So that's why when I raised the $10,000 for the first film, I will work on getting the first film made. And the person that is helping me, he said that I would be able to make my directorial debut and I would be able to write the film. And if anything was to change, it would be ran by me.
It's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing.
Anyone else has a question?
I'm just proud of you.
Thank you.
Have you found that special someone yet?
Have I found my special someone? Yes, I have.
Okay.
She's very special. And if she was able to be here today, she would know that I love her very much, and I know that she would be really, really proud of me.
I'm your biggest fan.
Besides me.
I love you too, my big fan.
I've always been an advocate for special needs and just seeing you and actually meeting you for the first time. I've been knowing about you for a long time, but I never got to meet you. I'm just so very impressed and proud of you. Really, I am.
Well, I take things seriously once when it comes to writing. So once when I read books, let's just say from best-selling authors, they write characters like that have a scenario, but then the question is, where are the people that have like disabilities? They're not even mentioned, or in some cases, they're just side characters. But I took it upon myself to make it to where they're the main characters, or basically the main topic. Because you have a whole bunch of disability books about people with disabilities, but that's more likely in the nonfiction, to learn about the disability, or learn about this, or learn about that. But not much in the fiction category. So I just thought, why not?
Of course.
So I took my chances, and Chase of Paradise grabbed a lot of attention.
I'm sure you're gonna be very successful.
Hang on.
Is there any other questions?
I think there might be one. All right, you want a speaker?
Thank you.
You know who that is? Oh, come on. Hold on, I'll make sure he can see you.
Oh, it's my brother. Yeah. Okay, it looks like we may have a question.
Just wanted to say something. Say it again, sir.
I was saying congratulations. I couldn't be there physically, but I went to tune in. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Yes.
So how many hours a day do you write? And what is?
It depends, because sometimes I may be busy, but then sometimes I'm busy to where I could just take my writing with me. And sometimes I take my writing with me, and then whenever I have an idea, it just comes to me, I type it, and then I execute the pages as much as I can.
And what is the most difficult part of your artistic process?
The most difficult part. The most difficult part was
I love you.
The most difficult part was to come back into the book for the second part, because I was basically rewriting the whole book in the different point of view. So writing it from a new point of view, it was kind of tricky, but after I grabbed a hold of that and I wrote what I could, I've gotten pretty used to it. So writing from different point of views, especially with some characters that I may know about from one point of view, it may take a while to get used to. But then after you get used to it, it kind of flow with it. Is there any other questions that anybody might have?
Barbara say she want to get a book from you. Joanne say she want to get a book from you down south. Barbara and Joanne.
Okay. I
Your
will.
cousins.
I will actually. You know what I'll do? I'll even give a courtesy of signing them too.
Oh, okay.
I thought you was gonna have the books here, so we could purchase them. and
I
you
know,
sign
but-
them, So, now I just have
Yeah.
to order them and then get some way for you to sign.
But if anything, you can order the books and probably have them to where I can sign them, and which I will,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then it'll be straight to you.
Yes.
Right, okay. Because Robert and Joanne and Ernestine want a cabinet. Yeah.
Will do.
We'll take care of it.
I think that's it. Well, I thank everybody for coming. And this was Chase of Paradise, a trilogy. And hopefully soon I will be back. Hopefully with talking about the next saga.
And you will have